Hey guys, welcome to Invest Crest. Many people when they're young think that they can never get wealthy in life. But is it that they can never get wealthy, or are they just not that wealthy at that time? What if there's a way you can retire with $1 million? This is possible because of the power of compounding. So make sure you watch this video till the end to know about financial freedom and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm as it helps the channel out. Did you know that the Earth has experienced multiple ice ages? The amount of energy that would be needed to freeze and then melt the whole planet multiple times is unthinkable. Anyone would think it must be a very strong force, presumably the most powerful force in the universe. Well, no. To very simply explain this, the gravitational pull between the sun and the moon gently affect the Earth's tilt towards the sun. This results in the Earth getting less solar radiation, which leads to the previous ice not melting, and thus more ice accumulating over time that results in ice ages. And similarly, a tilt letting in more sunlight melts more snow over time, thus melting the Earth. Now, why have I given you this scientific example in a financial video? The author of the book The Psychology of Money states that just like how it's not the cold winters that cause the ice ages but the moderately cool summers that do, similarly it's not a lot of money together but instead moderate returns over time that result in massive net worths. This is known as compounding. We all know Warren Buffett as the greatest investor of all time, but is he really the best? Warren Buffett gains an annual return of about 22%, whereas an investor called Jim Simmons gains a 66% annual return. So why is Warren Buffett known as the greatest investor and not Simmons? This is because Warren Buffett's secret is time and not returns. He started investing since he was 10, and had he started later in his 20s or 30s like normal people do and ended around 60, his current 100 billion net worth would be 12 million. The secret to getting wealthy is holding and starting early, like we've previously spoken about in my ways to making money video or my stock market investing video. Both links are available in the description. Now, what is compound interest? We all know simple interest of how your money generates interest over it every year. But compound interest generates interest on a new base every year, which means if you invest $100 at a 10% interest or return, then in 1 year you'll have $110. Now for the next year, your interest won't be generated on $100 but instead on $110. So next year you'll earn $121, which is $11 of interest. Next year it will be 10% of 121, which is a total of 133, and it goes on, which at the end of 45 years would be $7,500. Now people would say that is $7,400 earned in 45 years. But remember, this is just when you've put in money once, just the $100, which in terms of simple interest would become $500. Now compare $7,500 to just $500. Now what if you put in some money monthly and invest $100 per month for 45 years? So a compounded amount of $100 per month would give you $870,000 after 45 years. Look at the difference your $100 can make. This is compounding. If you add more than $100, you can become a millionaire at whatever pace you want. $100 can turn into 1 million. This is just how, like the Ice Age, small inputs over time have now given massive end results. People often give up at the beginning because the returns at the beginning are small, but that's where you have to be patient and let your money work for you. Here you can see an Excel sheet, and let me show you our compound interest working. So now if we take this here and we take 100 for the $100, then we add the percentage, that is 10%, and then we make it automated so that it calculates on its own. Of course, we take this and then we multiply it by the percentage, and then when we hit enter, it gives us a result. Similarly over here we'll have the initial investment value plus the interest earned, and then over here we'll have this, our end interest, plus we'll be taking 1,200, that is $100 per month for 1 year, since we're calculating it in terms of years. Since because of that I've taken the total value. So we do that. Now we take it for 50 years. I'm sorry, 45. Now when we do this, it will autofill all the numbers. So here we have our number right over here. But now if we insert this as a chart, say this chart, you can clearly see over here that the chart shows that initially, over the initial around at least 15 years, there was a flat slope. There was no progress shown, and it's only at the end of the years that your money has compounded. And this is exactly why we need patience. So that's all time for this video, guys. I hope you learned something from it. Make sure you smash that like button, as it helps the channel out, and subscribe for more such content.